Hello, this is Andrew with Missing Remote, and this is a pile of some of the GE Z-Wave smart switches that I've had break on me. I actually started collecting these after I had 2 or 3 of these GE switches break, and I thought, you know, when I get to a certain point, I'm going to make a video about how terrible these are and how they just don't last. And last week I had 2 of them fail within the same week, and I figured 6 plus whatever amount of them that I've thrown away in the bin in the last few years, it was time to make a video around how these switches are rubbish and you shouldn't buy them. So this is going to be a short video. These switches are rubbish, don't buy them. It's not even strictly related to dimmers or the on-off switches. It's pretty much every GE switch that I have had experience with. It just doesn't last more than a few years. There is no switch in this pile that is older than 4.5 years old. Some of them only lasted 2 years. Some of them only lasted 3 years. The 2 that failed on me last week were in that 4.5 year category because we moved into this house about 4.5 years ago, and I pretty much replaced almost all the switches with some kind of Z-Wave smart switch. GE being one of the more popular switch options, as you can see. So that's pretty much all there is to this video. These things suck. I'm not going to buy them anymore. Use something else. So that raises the question, what should you use instead of these? For the most part, I've been using Zooz switches, Z-O-O-Z switches. I included a bunch of them in the original putting a smart switch in every place where it makes sense in my house 4.5 years ago. And as these have been failing, I've been replacing them with Zooz switches. Now, that's not to say that Zooz switches are perfect. They certainly have their own set of idiosyncrasies, and I certainly have had some of them fail. Actually, I think I've had 1 of them fail. But the number and the duration and why it failed, when it failed, that kind of stuff certainly doesn't raise to the bar that these guys do. So I'm gonna, at least for now, stick with the Zooz switches. I hope to do a review. I recently got a bunch of some of their newer on-off switches as replacements for these. And I plan to do a review on those when I have had a chance to actually use them for longer than about a week. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.